Love comes in many forms. For each, there exists a Bible verse for it. Welcome to Amazing Bible Verses About Love. John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world, that he gave his only born Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. 1 John chapter 3, verse 18. My little children, let's not love in word only, or with the tongue only, but in deed and truth. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Mark chapter 12, verses 30 to 31. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. The second is like this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. 1 John chapter 4, verse 8. He who doesn't love doesn't know God, for God is love. Luke chapter 6, verses 27 to 28. But I tell you who hear, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who mistreat you. Matthew chapter 22, verse 39. A second likewise is this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 29. For no man ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, even as the Lord also does the assembly. Romans chapter 13, verse 9. For the commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and whatever other commandments there are all summed up in this saying, namely, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. But now faith, hope, and love remain, these three. The greatest of these is love. Psalm chapter 36, verse 7. How precious is your loving kindness, God! The children of men take refuge under the shadow of your wings. John chapter 15, verse 9. Even as the Father has loved me, I also have loved you. Remain in my love. Psalm chapter 139, verses 13 to 14. For you formed my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. My soul knows that very well. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 12. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all wrongs. 1 John chapter 4, verse 7. Beloved, let's love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. Let no man despise your youth, but be an example to those who believe, in word, in your way of life, in love, in spirit, in faith, and in purity. Romans chapter 12, verse 10. In love of the brothers be tenderly affectionate to one another, In honor prefer one another. 1 John chapter 4, verse 19. We love him, because he first loved us. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 34. The stranger who lives as a foreigner with you shall be to you as the native born among you, and you shall love him as yourself, for you lived as foreigners in the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh your God. 1 John chapter 4, verse 18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear has punishment. He who fears is not made perfect in love. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell in order to be updated for future videos.